Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the deck. Today's episode will be about a big corporation called Monsanto. Now, probably a large number of you who will be watching this video does not like Monsanto. I still haven't made up my mind. What I can tell you from the get-go is that I am very suspicious of huge corporations. I tend to personally dislike the idea, and as an anarchist I am against the concept of corporations and don't believe we would have anything of the sort like the kinds of corporations that we see nowadays in an anarchist society. Okay, that said, and about Monsanto in particular, I haven't really formed an opinion. And this video is also a request for an open dialogue with you, the viewer, especially with those of you who may have information that I do not know. I would appreciate if you did not provide me information or input that is taken away from any documentary that is clearly biased and hence does not have a sufficient degree of objectivity. Okay? What I mean is, if the point of the documentary is to prove a biased point, okay, drop that as a source for corroboration. Okay, give me some facts from news sites, stuff like that. Okay, what I want to play today is devil's advocate. Okay, the DAC is a truth seeker. Okay, so the DAC will go wherever the truth leads him. If that takes the DAC from an objectivist to a nihilist, okay, the DAC will go there if it needs to be. Okay, I don't have any personal attachment to any position I may currently hold, and if necessary, okay, I will totally contradict myself in the future. So if you highly value someone that is not ever gonna change his current views, then I'm not the guy for you. Okay, I'm a truth seeker. I value truth above, well, most things. Now, playing devil's advocate, and because I find this article to have a very high degree of objectivity, I read something out of a blog that is run by Monsanto's employees. Okay, so you may think that this automatically translates to a lack of objectivity. I don't know. I think I'm kind of good at assessing objectivity, and I will let you be the judge of that, of course. But I want to share this last post. Okay, and I'll put the link to the blog in the video description box to the right. Now, I'm going to read it to you, and I want you guys to correct the post, give me information, because this is the sort of thing that I'm kind of interested in. Okay, as you guys know, I'm very big, and I'm very enthusiastic of technology. I'm very fond of the transhumanist movement, and I have a very optimistic view on technology. Okay, so you may think that this makes me automatically biased towards Monsanto. Not really. I'm trying to find out the truth here. Okay, I don't even have anything against inserting animal DNA into vegetables necessarily until it is proven and demonstrated to me that translates into harm done to humanity. Okay, but this is not even the topic that I'm covering. The topic is, does Monsanto do that? Okay, that's what we want to know. And so I read. I have a handful of friends and some family members that are vegetarians, and although I'll take a pork chop over a leafy salad any day, this doesn't translate my opinion, okay? I'm just reading. I've got no qualms with vegetarians or vegans. It happened that a couple of days ago, I was having, as with any old acquaintances catching up on each other's lives, we talked about our jobs. They had never heard about Monsanto, so I described what the company did, mainly our development of genetically modified GM seeds. The responses I received were surprising. Quote, doesn't that mean you guys put fish DNA in tomatoes and make potatoes with spider DNA? and I just eat organic veggies because GMO vegetables have animal DNA. This is not the first time I've heard statements like this, but it's still astonishing to me that people think that this is true. It was further proved to me that there are a lot of misconceptions about genetically modified organisms, vegetables, and crops. I should first explain that vegetables are typically not genetically engineered. Primarily, traits in vegetables are accomplished through breeding technology. Breeding is more cost-effective than genetic engineering, given the amount of time and research it takes to develop biotech traits. So, most vegetables you run across are in fact not genetically engineered. However, there are a few vegetables and fruits that do have biotech traits and have been on the market for quite a while now. Biotechnology is generally used when a trait is needed, but breeding can't accomplish the development of the trait fast enough. One example is virus-resistant papaya, which was released in 1998. Papaya is a major commodity produced in Hawaii, and before the release of this product, Hawaii was at risk of losing one of its major industries, since the papaya ring spot virus was wiping out all papaya grown on the islands. Since the release of virus-resistant papaya, it has been widely adopted and has saved the papaya industry in Hawaii. Another example would be virus-resistant squash, which has made it possible to grow squash in areas that would have had crops wiped out by viruses. For those who grow squash in virus-populated areas, it was the difference between having a healthy crop or no crop at all. Interestingly, virus-resistant squash was actually not developed by Monsanto, but rather was acquired through an acquisition. It's redundant. Now, on to the bigger issue. There are no commercial biotech products owned or produced by Monsanto that have animal DNA. I'm not sure how this rumor got started, but it's just not true. Most biotech or GE crops, like maize, soy, cotton, are actually developed with agrobacterium, which acts as a transfer agent. The most common traits in GE crops are herbicide tolerance and insect resistance. HT plants contain genetic material from common soil bacteria. Insect-resistant crops contain genetic material from bacterium that attacks certain insects. One example is Bacillus thuringiensis, an IR trait. Bacillus thuringiensis is expressed in the plant and targets specific insects and is not harmful to humans. BT is actually used in organic farming too, but it's sprayed on the plants. So again, there is no animal DNA in GMO vegetables, fruits, or grains. Zero. None. Zilch. If you're a vegetarian and don't want to pay a premium for organic, don't worry, biotech foods are vegetarian friendly. So, I want to learn your input. Give me the facts. I don't really care about emotional appeal and stuff like that. You all know that emotionally, yeah, I'm not a big fan of corporations like Monsanto, but this is about what they do. Okay, so biotech and genetically modified organisms. Okay, so give me the pros, give me the cons, give me the facts. That's what I want to know. Okay, for the enlightenment of all. Be cool, and if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Someone said that I'm very needy for saying this. In my opinion, I'm not more needy than the average person. I'm not more of an attention whore than the average Joe of YouTube. If you make YouTube videos, you are more or less an attention whore, or else you would be just watching videos or reading stuff from YouTube. And just because I come from a management background and I like to apply sales principles like ABC, always be closing, or ask for the order, stuff like that, or even General Brian Tracy style recommendations like the world belongs to the askers. That does not mean that I am more needy than anyone else. Okay? So this is just my input, and yes, I take myself serious. Nothing wrong with that. Too serious? No, that's a subjective statement, and I don't comment on subjective statements. Be cool, stay with the deck.